It's nice to do live stream. I've done it a couple of times. Hello,
Hello.
I think we are live now on YouTube. So um, it's nice to
Yes,
do
it
live
says
stream.
live.
Especially you can also look at your phone or so. Live stream or so and see if it's live by yours. But I think it's live by
Yes,
mine. But I've never seen
it
it.
says live in yellow. Yeah, yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. So you were quite busy, like you said.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and maybe I think he didn't have enough time to watch the Deontay Water versus Luis Ortiz weigh-in. Yes, then so it was very intense, very
Yes, I
interesting.
did see that. And I watched the replay on your page as well, on your upload.
Yeah, I uploaded. It was very intense. So what do you think about this fight? Deontay Water came at 214. Normally it comes like 220 or so like that, and it came a bit lighter, 30, 30 lighter, 30. Wait 1 minute. It came lighter than usual, and Ortiz, came also lighter than usual. So I think like this fight is gonna be very explosive.
So
You
do
understand?
I. I mean,
So the,
right.
the, the fight is gonna be very explosive, and I think there's gonna be a lot of intense, moment in that fight. So who are you picking to win this fight?
Well, I'm rolling with Deontay Wilder. However, I already knows when that bell rings, it's going to be up in the air because, like, this is Deontay Wilder's like his first, you know, real test. I mean, with a skilled boxer like Luis Ortiz, and
Yeah,
this is really Luis Ortiz's real test against a real hard puncher like Deontay Wilder. So who knows? This fight, I don't know. It could be a bore. They might end up trying to avoid one another for the first few rounds or so.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, I want Deontay Wilder to win because I want to see the beat up of the AJ fight because I think if Deontay Wilder gets to win this fight, then the AJ fight will become very interesting, intense. You already, you see a lot of people talking about it. As in the mega fight is between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. That's what a lot of people talk about. You understand?
Oh
So,
yes,
if Deontay Wilder wins, then the fight becomes more bigger, and a lot of fans would like to see the fight because those two guys are the boogie, as like not the boogeyman, but these two are the main attraction. Like let's say three guys. Tyson Fury is there. He's coming back. The guy hasn't. I think he's out of the ring for like 2 years plus now. After defeating Klitschko, but I think he's getting back in shape and he's trying to, his name is still relevant because
yeah,
for the next champion who has been stripped of all his titles, normally a lot of people forget about ex champion himself, but he still keeps himself relevant because he is a man who still undefeated, and someone must defeat him, either Water or Joshua or whatever. He must be defeated because he's still a man. I think in a division, but right now. I think three of those guys, Water, Tyson Fury, and Ante Joshua, is the main attraction in boxing. I saw Lennox Lewis uh, tweeted today on Twitter saying he and Mike Tyson don't hate Deontay Wilder because there's something going on between Mike Tyson and Deontay Wilder, or I don't know what's happening, but I feel like Deontay Wilder should focus on Luis Ortiz because Luis Ortiz is not really a joke. I always in my last I think my last 2 videos that I post, I said that Deontay Wilder is overlooking Luis Ortiz. Because It's like I know he's got plans, and his main plan is to fight Anthony Joshua. You know, but I think he's gonna go through this first fight first, and then when he get through this, then we can talk about the fight because I don't think the Anthony Joshua fight will happen this year. So what do you think?
Nope, I don't think so either. And it's true, but I mean, Deontay Wilder, he is overlooking Luis Ortiz, like you said, in a way, and so is Luis Ortiz overlooking Deontay Wilder. Now, with this fight here, with Tyson Fury coming back. Now, if anything, Anthony Joshua, he should face, um, I say, Tyson Fury, since Deontay Wilder had to face Luis Ortiz,
You're right.
for
You're
his
right.
first tough test. And during that moment, this might sound crazy, but and I mean, Deontay Wilder could take on Dillian White, and this would be his first fight over in the UK before he takes on Anthony Joshua or whoever wins that fight. Most likely, I'm talking about the fight between Joshua and Tyson Fury. Most likely, hopefully, Anthony Joshua will win that fight. They both had their first real test. Okay, with Tyson Fury being still young, he's not old as Klitschko and all, and
Yeah.
with Luis Ortiz, being, well, who knows how old Luis Ortiz is.
A lot of people say Luis Ortiz is like 50 or 100 years old.
nah, nah. Well, he is from Cuba, and he's like straight off the boat. It's not like he brought all his information with him when he came to the United States. And the majority
Yeah.
of them, majority of Cubans or like Mexicans, when they come to the United States, they'll lie about their age so that they can find work. Because here in the USA, it's real hard to find a job that's going to pay like $22 an hour for a person that's like, 50 and
Yeah,
over.
no, I don't think. Like they say he's 38 years old, but he looks more like 50 something years old or like 40 something years old.
Yeah,
Maybe
he's he,
45 or so, but I don't think it's 38 years old, but I cannot really argue about it because I wasn't there when he was born. Yes,
right,
so
right.
so I
But
just gotta believe what they say. But for less, if Deontay Water, like I said in my one of my video, I said if Deontay Water beats Luis Ortiz, I'm gonna give him credit. Whether Luis Ortiz is hold or not hold, I'm gonna give him credit because looking at the career of both fighters, you understand, Deontay Water doesn't have the amateur pedigree that Luis Ortiz has.
right,
Luis Ortiz has more than 200 plus amateur fights. And that's a huge experience. Even if you say, oh, amateur and pro is not the same, it's different, just different scenario or so. But people that has a lot of amateur fights, they've seen a lot of styles, just like the Deontay Wilder style. I think Luis Ortiz have seen multiple styles, I must say. And
yes,
now he's coming to this fight as the most experienced, the most, skilled, the guy who can set a trap for Deontay Water to fall in. Did you watch the Brand Jennings fight?
yes, I seen it. Yes,
Okay, you saw how Luis Ortiz dismantled Brand Jennings. Brand Jennings to me is an A-class fighter. An
yes, he
A-class
is.
fighter,
But
not B. It's an A. You saw how, and before that, Brand Jennings fought Klitschko. And
yeah,
that fight was very competitive,
right.
You understand?
Well, talking about that, well, see, he did dismantle Brian Jennings. However, Brian Jennings didn't have the power to keep um, Luis Ortiz off of him. And talking about like amateur experience, like I said in one of my videos, back in 2003, there was a boxer by the name of Vernon Forrest who was very well rounded, and he had a very excellent background. He was the first man to beat Sugar Shane Mosley.
Yeah.
And right after his two fights with Sugar Shane, he had took on a boxer with no amateur background experience whatsoever. He took on Ricardo Mayorga. He came straight off the streets, right? I mean, he had two losses on his record and all, but he
Hmm.
came in and dismantled Vernon Forrest in just 2 rounds. Okay, stopped him.
Wow,
And
interesting.
yes, and Vernon Forrest, I mean, he was like, how can I say, he was something like Earl Spence. He was being ducked by some of the big names, like Oscar De La Hoya. He never faced Vernon Forrest at 147, and neither did Felix Trinidad. All right, them two guys never faced a guy.
The Spence scenario. What do you think about that? Do you think it's just a dog, or maybe they try to let him, work hard for his money? Fight is all about money, I guess. Some people don't really get that,
Yeah,
but fight is business. You understand? So,
yeah.
Spence is a very dangerous guy. So, do you
Yeah.
think it's a duck, or is just something they
Well,
just want to
for
beat up the fight or so?
for like you said, it's about the money. Now it's how can I say, high risk and low reward. Like a lot of these guys at the welterweight aren't really getting like 2 something million. They're not getting crazy money like 40 million like Mayweather was getting, but to them that $2 million they're getting is something they never seen before in their life. So
Yeah,
they want
that's
more.
true.
They want 10 and 15 million to go up against Spence. So
But
kind of it's like a duck.
let me make a quick announcement to the people watching, chat. Or if you're wondering who's this is CMD Boxing Reports. A very technical guy in boxing. He knows his boxing very well. Go check out his channel. He's a great guy. I think you'll like it. So we can continue, bro.
Thank you.
Just wanted to introduce you to the audience. Some audience
Yeah,
may
thank
know
you.
you. You've got to. I think you need more subscribers because you talk some real shit. So
Thanks.
a lot of people need to. A lot of people. So there are some people I know that have a channel, but they don't really talk. Some real stuff. Just being biased. But you keep it real, keep it simple. Even if Deontay Water is your favorite fighter, but you keep it low key and keep it, standard. You don't just oversay it or maybe try to be discriminative of other fighters. So you keep it low key, and I like that.
Oh yes, yes, because it's always truth. I mean, in this sport of boxing, anything can happen. Like I do understand that Luis Ortiz is very experienced, and Wilder he's like a guy that's learning on the job. But like I said before, we're going to see what type of fight it's going to be. Will it be a replay of the George Groves versus Chris Eubanks Jr. fight? Because in that fight, George Groves, he's I look at George Groves probably as a C plus fighter, but compare
For
against
real.
Chris.
Uh,
Well, yeah, I mean,
I thought Josh Grove is a B plus fighter.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what we were talking about before. I was talking with a few guys on the job, and some say B minus or B. I'll say yeah, some maybe like a B or C plus fighter. But he really did show how to handle the inexperienced George Groves in that fight, and I mean, excuse me, Chris Eubanks
You know
Jr.
what?
And
Josh Groves really, really lost a lot of fighters. Like he lost twice to Kafirch and to Badr Jack, but he's been in tough fights, man. For real, the guy
right,
has. I think he deserves it. He deserves his win. Chris Eubank Jr. on the other hand has got a lot of power, very explosive,
yep,
but no experience. And
just
secondly,
like
I
Deontay
heard he
Wilder.
doesn't. I learned that he doesn't have a trainer, so I was just like, he doesn't have a trainer. Why? It's crazy. I think he needs to rebuild himself. I think Chris Evans Jr. Uh, was born with a silver spoon. Instead, he's not
Oh,
like Josh Groves that had to dig a dip, from the bottom. Not like other fathers. His father is a legend in the boxing world. So him being the son of Chris Eubank, understand. So I think that really, made him, you know, go to the top so easily because a lot of because he doesn't have a lot of fights. You understand? Just he
Right.
doesn't have a lot
So
of fights, and he's very popular because of his
yeah,
father.
yes,
So he's like he was born with a silver spoon, and I think he doesn't really know the value here. But I think he's got potentials anyway. He's got power. He's
right.
got speed. He's got he's very very. He's got a lion's heart. You saw that fight. He was bleeding all over the ring, but he still
Yeah.
managed to fight till the end. I like that about him. But a lot of people just say, "Oh, the guy is a hot job." I don't think it's a hot job. I think he's a good fighter. Just that he needs to learn some certain things. He
Actually,
throw
like I
it was too wide in that fight. Wanted to
yes.
knock George Wolf out. That's why I'm thinking that Deontay Water shouldn't go into this fight thinking that he can just go there, throw his windmill punches, and then think he's gonna knock Luis Ortiz out in one round like he did with Bermester. You're fighting two different fighters. You
Right.
understand? Bermester
Right.
man, even though we can say that Ortiz is not. I mean, a lot of people will say Ortiz hasn't beaten anybody apart from Brian Jennings, who you say a bit. But Ortiz, you can see that is more technically balanced and superior
Yeah.
than Bermester. So we cannot argue that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yes. But you know, talking about um Chris Eubanks Jr., right? I did a
Yeah,
video called Sons of Legends, and I was talking about boxers whose fathers were very known
yeah, yeah.
champions. Like oh man, what was his name? The Mexican fighter, Chavez Jr. Okay,
Chavez
he's
Jr. Yeah,
nothing like
the
his
guy that
father.
fought Canelo, right?
Right.
It just. Do you think is it the true son of Chavez Jr. or Chavez Senior? Or
Is it the what?
is it a true son? Like he doesn't fight like his father.
No, he don't.
I watched. I'm
He-
so I'm just a brother curious. Chavez Jr. You can see the guy has got potentials.
right.
He just
I
needs
mean, Chris Eubanks Jr., Chavez Jr., uh, other boxers from the past. I
yeah.
mean, like Roberto Duran, his son only had like 5 fights and then disappeared. Like the only son that I know of a fighter that came into the sport and was very successful. Like he really did learn from his father's traits and became a better fighter than his dad, and that's Floyd Mayweather. You know,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
all
But
the rest of these
a lot
guys.
of people don't a lot of people don't know that. You know, a lot of
mm,
people don't know that. If you go back to the history, I think Floyd Mayweather came from a very disturbed background, and I mean, the guy and he started from scrap.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather.
And he didn't have nothing. Remember, I watched one of his documentary whereby his father was in jail. He had to do all
Yeah.
alone. Man, it was so sad to see that. And now the guy is rich. A lot of people hate. Really, I can say Floyd Mayweather. I cannot take Floyd Mayweather, or I don't see Floyd Mayweather as you know uh, an idol. You understand? Someone you say, oh, this is my idol. So no, I just see him as a good father and someone who's been through a lot. Because looking at his lifestyle now, it doesn't suit someone like me. I mean, a lot of people like it, but I don't really like it. But as a father, he's a legend, and I
Yeah.
respect him for real. But
Yes.
sometimes,
That's how.
you understand. But I think
Right.
he does the stuff in a mature way. The only person that I see now that is just misbehaving is Andre Bronner. He's got a lot of talent, but it's just misbehaving, wasting it, going to jail, coming back. It's so sad, so sad.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Adrian Broner was doing fine when he was being himself, but like, hey, he's trying to be another Floyd Mayweather. He was trying to fight like him, trying to raise controversy just like him. You know, but I remember back in the late '90s when Floyd Mayweather wasn't getting the attention he wanted.
Let me go to the chat. It said, I guess these two don't interact with any of the chat. over. Yeah, we do. We
Any other?
just you guys can ask a question and we can talk about it, and we can you ask anybody, ask
Yeah. See,
CM the
wh-
question, then he can answer.
what? Oh well, I don't have my chat on, but what I'm doing, I'm paraphrasing. You know, with
Okay.
fights like Deontay Wilder. And we went from talking about George Groves and Chris Eubanks Jr. because this fight can end up just like that one. We have um, Luis Ortiz coming in as the experience like George Groves was, and Deontay Wilder coming in as the man learner on the job like Chris Eubanks Jr. And
Do you
then
think
again,
Deontay Water is still in on the job? I think he feels like he knows everything already. He doesn't say he's living on the job.
well,
He's just
somewhat,
saying,
but every time he throws, like sometimes his footwork will be off. But then again, I haven't
uh,
seen that lately either. I remember his past few fights, not his recent ones, but past few fights like a year or so. He used to be wild with it.
uh, a guy said, Hops Water has fought in the UK many times. Nope, just once when he fought Hurley Harrison. That was that
Who
was the
was
only
that?
one time he fought in the UK. Hop in the chat. Someone you can go. Can you go to the chat? Can you use your phone? And so I don't know. I
I
use
don't know
mine.
how to do that. It's my first live.
Okay, are you using the phone now or are you using
Yes,
a laptop?
I'm on my phone. Let me see.
Oh, okay,
I could go
okay.
to my computer. I
Okay,
gotta
you can
turn
go
it
to the
on.
computer and
Yeah, I just hope it
go to the
doesn't
chat.
update. I got this corny behind Windows 10, and it's updating and messing up my
Yeah,
computer.
I've got Windows 10 also. So water coming in lighter. What is his plan now? You think what is his plan? What is his major plan right now?
That right there is that's kind of creepy with him coming in lighter. I mean,
Yeah,
that right there. I mean,
when I saw that, I was kind of kind of thinking, "Ah, is this guy crazy or what?" But I think maybe he's good. His main plan or his strategy is just maybe to
pick up speed, I
move.
guess. I don't know. Yeah, yes, be able to
You
move
know?
more. But one thing I must give it to Deontay Wilder. He's one excellent counterpuncher. All right, I mean,
Yeah.
his fight
His
with
right hand is very dangerous. A lot of people don't agree with that, but I have to say the truth. His right hand is very dangerous. But we haven't seen the right hand tested against an elite, fighter like Luis Ortiz. So we
okay,
won't see
but
that.
hey, we haven't seen Luis Ortiz left hand tested against a real good elite fighter neither. I mean, I understand Brian Jennings, but
Yeah, Bergenis is more technical. Is more technical than Deontay Wilder. You know that?
right, but he
Yeah,
could have
but he doesn't have the
run
power of Deontay Wilder. The power of
right.
Deontay Wilder is worth. I can say that the power of Deontay Wilder. A lot of people try to demean it, but I don't because I know he's got in that right hand. He's got a lot of power in the right hand. So, and the power that right hand has kept him in boxing for a long time.
Yeah,
Kept him undefeated.
and
So it's gonna really be interesting to see how this fight plays out. A lot of people are saying Ortiz win, or people are saying Water will win. I'm saying this fight could go either way, but I hope Deontay Water don't lose this fight.
I'm
He
hoping he
don't
doesn't
lose this
either
fight.
because I would love to see him and Anthony Joshua. Now, I'm gonna be frank
So,
with you.
wait one minute. Let me read it. Let me read this comment in the chat. Someone say I had confidence Tyson Fury would make a good return, but I'm doubtful now that he no longer trains with his uncle Peter. What are your thoughts? Says Seismic Shock. That's his name. What are my thoughts about it? I think it's about Javier that Tyson Fury left his uncle Peter. I think Peter understands Tyson Fury's ties more than his new trainer now. What's his name? I don't know even his name, but I follow the guy on Twitter. I don't know his name.
Uh-huh.
Tyson Fury's new trainer. I follow him on Twitter, but I don't know his name. I think it's I don't know. I don't know. Something like
Uh,
B or something like that.
yeah,
So
I doesn't know
his
his
uncle
trainer's name.
Peter, took him to uh, Germany. I live in Germany, so he brought him here and surprised a lot of boxing fans in this place. So I think he should have stick with Peter, but this is business. Some people just like to change. I think maybe they had some problems and for family reasons. He wanted because they are family, they're the same family. I can really
Right,
comment anything bad about that because at the end of the day, family is family, so you can never change that.
right.
You understand? You see that now, right?
No, I didn't see it, but this dumb computer is updating, so I don't have to wait.
Up said, thank you for a correction. I was wrong about Water having multiple fights in England. He has been there many times and has sparred with both Tyson Fury and David Haye, but one professional fight.
No, no, he never fought in England. No.
Deontay
Wh-
Water?
Yes, but
Yeah, he
if
did. He did. He fought Ortiz Harrison
oh
one
wait,
time.
did he?
Yeah, he fought Ortiz Harrison in England. I was one time.
Oh, all right, all right, all right. My bad, my bad.
Yes, it's true. Hop. He sparred with David Haye, and that sparring you can see it on YouTube. David Haye really embarrassed into water technically, but the David Haye back then is not the same now. So David Haye, I don't know what he's up to. But I just think his time is a bit off right now. You understand? What
And
do you
who are they
think?
talking about?
Do you think David Haye would beat Tony Bellew again? Do you
No,
think?
no, I don't think he'll beat Tony Bell. And I
Due to the
agree.
injury,
I
right?
think yes, I think his time is up. Yeah, he gets injured a lot, and I really
Mhm.
did like David Hay. Still do as a boxer.
Yeah, he
I
was
think he's
one. There was one guy that at the time he was like the next big star. I mean, the guy was a star. I mean, hey, I don't know how his career just went downhill. Normally I'm just
well,
surprised.
I guess because
I think it's due
people
to
looked at him,
injury.
yeah, injury, and I guess some people looked at him as a big mouth, and when he stepped to the plate, he couldn't deliver like his fight with Klitschko. I mean, that's
Yeah, I
when
guess, and he made a lot of excuses.
right, yeah,
And he said, "Oh, I got injured, so
yeah, he
I
injured
don't
his
know."
toe. Yeah, because I know the guys over here in the U.S. they was rolling with David Hay in that fight, but when it happened, they was like, "Oh man, what is this?"
Do you
Yeah,
think Klitschko is underrated, right? Do you think so? Because a lot of people don't give the Klitschko brothers credit and
no,
say they are boring or so, but they ruled the heavyweight division
well,
for a decade, or for more than a decade at
yeah,
least.
yeah. The
You understand?
Klitschko's
So
at first when they first came out, I was like, yeah, all right, they're pretty good, they're disciplined and everything's, but I don't know, they was like spoiled brats, I guess. I mean, which one was it? I forget. One of them had lost against Chris Bird. He said he had hurt his shoulder, and in that fight there, Chris Bird was fighting low. He was bending down. He wasn't standing straight up.
yeah,
So the Klitschko can hit him, and my man, he just quit. Klitschko just quit.
the,
So I can't do it no more.
a lot of people. I think as a Vladimir Klitschko.
Right,
Vitaly Klitschko is the older brother of Vladimir Klitschko, and
right.
Vitaly Klitschko is more like the warrior, the real fighter. Vladimir Klitschko is just like a guy that learned the job, how to box, how to fight. You know, Vitaly Klitschko is a very tough guy, man. The fight with Lennox Lewis, I watched it back. It was crazy fight.
Yeah, yeah. It was right then and there. I started paying more attention to the Klitschko's, and I, started giving them their props.
But that's why we also have to listen. We also have to give credit to Tyson Fury because he is the one that paved the way. A lot of people, don't really like Tyson Fury, but I like the guy because in as much as I talk about, I said I want him to slow down a bit, like not talking too much or giving fake hopes, saying it's coming back. At time to say, well, oh, I'm done with boxing, and next week I'm back again. So just like crazy, I was like, oh, this guy is so annoying. But in as much as I felt that way, but I still saw that the guy paved the way for the heavyweight division, to be back to life right now. Because if
Yes.
Tyson Fury didn't beat Klitschko, I think Klitschko might have retired this year. I didn't think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe might have
Uh,
retired
uh,
this year, and then or maybe by that time, by this time, we wouldn't be having this, celebration or this goosebumps about this upcoming heavyweights or champions like Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker. Although even I guess if not for the Vitaly Klitschko, Deontay Water wouldn't be holding the belt right now. I mean, he was the one that you know that resigned and retired from boxing, and then the belt
Look,
was vacant. You understand? So, and that's how Bemers Van got hold of it.
right.
Yes, and those two brothers are really they're legends. I think they're future Hall of Famers, I guess. But a lot of people don't give them credit. They call them boring, but they're very
Well,
nice people.
yeah. Hey, when you're very disciplined in boxing, yeah, you're going to be boring. All right. I mean, this is boxing. I mean, people gotta understand it's so many different styles. You got the boxing brawler. You just got straight brawlers.
Hop says, I give Tyson Fury credit for beating Vlad, but what an awful fight that was.
An awful fight. Which one? No, but let me tell you how I feel about Tyson Fury, all right, and why I like him. Now, in that fight with Klitschko, he reminds me so much of one of my favorite British fighters. It might sound crazy when I tell you this, but that right there is Carl Froch, because the way he came in with his hands hanging down and
Yeah.
tagging uh, Klitschko. I said, man, he reminds me so much of Carl Froch in this fight.
Mm, that's true. But Tyson Fury, Carl Froch, at least, I think Carl Froch is more of a fighter and a boxer. But Tyson Fury is a boxer. He
Well, yeah,
knows
well,
how. I mean, I can't lie. He schooled Klitschko. Let's not. You
yes,
know, he schooled Klitschko.
yeah,
But
yep.
I think maybe Klitschko underestimated Tyson Fury. That's the main fault. I think also he thought Tyson Fury is just another guy he can beat up.
Man, he
Tyson
was
Fury was
frozen
much.
in that fight.
You said? You said what?
He was frozen. Klitschko, he act like he ain't know what to do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was shocked and confused. Confused. Tyson Fury's style is not the most exciting style to watch. As if you're a casual fan, then you wouldn't pay for it. Or so you would say, "What? I'm gonna watch that." But as a boxing fan who knows the sweet science, then you're gonna say this is a masterclass.
Right.
But nowadays, I've begun to see that a lot of fans, even boxing fans, they want to see a blood. They want to see real fight. So
Yeah. See. Right.
they want to
And
see
that's what
blood.
they're looking at. They. I mean, we're all looking forward to see that in this fight tomorrow night with
We have to do a live stream commentary on that fight. What do you think about it? You got time, or I think um
on the during the fight.
What on Darrell?
Oh, Darrell.
What do you think about?
Wow.
Do you think
Yeah,
Darrell will win that fight? I don't know. I don't know.
and
I don't know.
I don't know.
But on the
Darrell
ball,
he's
yeah.
now to me. I don't know the American David Hay, kind of.
Someone's Hop says in the chat, who do you guys think would win between Eddie Joshua and Deontay Water?
All right, look, listen. I'm gonna be frank with y'all,
That's a good.
okay?
That's a good
I,
question. What do you
I was
think?
going with Anthony Joshua, all right,
Yeah,
because I like his straightforward style.
yeah.
However, he's gonna have to take care of the stamina problem. But what other people need to understand, although Anthony Joshua he gets tired, the man still throw punches. He still fights. But
His
yeah, I mean,
stamina problem. His stamina problem is something that I think because he overtrains a lot. I think that's the reason. I think he should do more running. Should
who's this?
run more.
Anthony Joshua,
Yeah, he should run more. Those stuff because sometimes I know someone who just get tired sometimes. When those kind of things just get tired. I think it's just sometimes it's just in a gym. It just happens.
oh
Bert,
yeah,
Bert, I think Andy Joshua has shown us that he can go down and get back up. Said, who is your guest? BBC. My guest is CMD Boxing Report. Go check out his channel. He's a very decent guy and see him. I would after the live stream. I will write his name, on the title. You understand? So you guys can go check him out. He's a very good guy. I mean, I've not known him for a long time. Just I think for a few days so far. Few
you're right.
days, yeah. So
Well, I've
I
been subbed
checked
to
out
your
his
channel for
channel
a while.
for real.
Yeah,
I didn't know, but I didn't see it because I don't know. I didn't see it. I always saw it when you commented on my video on one video I did about T Street, and also
right.
T Street is now getting better. He's awake now from the
Yes,
coma, and
yeah.
now he
He's
keeps getting better. You understand? Because the guy really, me and T Street, he doesn't know me, but I know him because I've been following him since last year, I guess. And he did a couple of videos which I didn't agree with. I commented sometimes, and say, "Oh, I don't agree with that," just. But overall, the guy is a decent guy. I mean,
yeah.
he's very, he's non-biased. Understand? He's very cool guy.
What's so funny? I
Sometimes
live.
I know how to take how to take criticism. When you criticize me and say, "Oh, what you say is not correct," or "Oh, you're being biased," I'm just say, "Okay, what do I have to do? What do you want me to do to make it better?" You understand? So I learning every day. So I'm learning every day.
Right,
But a lot of
right.
people, when you comment on their channel, they think you hating on them. You understand? You understand? I
Well,
remember. I
yeah.
remember when I had like I think 50 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was November. Yeah, November last year. I had like 50 subscribers, and I commented on a video. I don't want to mention the guy's name, but the guy I commented on the video. He just said, "Oh, what he's saying is not right." He can't just conclude something like that without really investigating. You understand? So the guy
Right.
called me a hater, so and say, "Hey, I'm looking for subscribers." That's why I'm doing that. I just laugh at the guy. Say, crazy. But
Yeah. I mean,
right now, and after 4 months plus, I think 5 months soon, I've got almost getting to 2,000 subscribers now. So I just laugh at the guy, and he saw the other day. He told me he wrote me on Twitter and said, "Oh, your channel grew up so fast. How were you able to do it?" I say, "You said I needed subscribers. I told you getting it is not something I cannot do." You understand? Because I'm not a guy who, I'm a guy who, as a boxing fan, I like to give everybody, the same like you now. I watched your video where you comment on my video. I went to your
yeah.
channel, checked it out, saw a couple of videos of yours, and said, "Oh, this guy." is a real deal. It's the real deal. Because you talk world, you break down fights. You didn't just go there and talk rubbish. Some people are really bad. So they just
Yes, I've seen those
I don't
channels.
know how to say. They just favor one fighter over another. You understand? So as a boxing fan, I don't like that. I just like you keeping it, neutral, keeping it real, keeping it, how it is, saying it how it is. Even if some people don't like it, but just keep it real. Some people want to hear some words, some good words, nice words about their favorite fighters. Some people also want to hear some bad words about a fighter they don't like. So
Yep.
it's a no is a no-win situation if you look at it.
Yes, I have
Yeah,
learned that off the
sir.
Andre Ward versus Kovalev fight, and I made a video, and that was my my first video that did like way over 1,000. Actually, I got 14,000 views, and my
Yeah,
goodness, I got attacked on there, because
for real.
oh yeah, oh yeah, my girlfriend, she had to disable the comments. Like, I didn't know how to do it, but
What?
I
For
mean,
real?
I was getting called all
what,
type of
what
names.
what was the video? What was the video all about?
It was about how Tony Weeks broke up the fight and how uh, Andre Ward was dropping low blows,
Oh,
in his
oh my! A lot of people were talking for that. I know that already. But
yeah,
at that time, I didn't have a channel. I,
yeah,
I created my channel. I think October, second of October. Yeah, 2017. It was last year. So I would have talked a lot. I would have talked about a lot of things, but then it's good to be a fan until you really get to have your own channel because you get to know the people you mingle with and the people you don't have to mingle with. You understand?
right,
Because I'm a guy who's very open to everybody. You understand? So, but when I see some people how they behave, how they demean the fans, they don't really give the fans respect. It doesn't make sense. I think everybody should have the right to voice their opinion, even if it's negative or positive. Some
okay, and
people come to my channel and tell me, ah, someone told me yesterday, I guess, someone wrote on the comment, someone commented on my video and said, "Oh, um, your voice, hurts my ears or so."
uh,
And I told the guy, and I wrote the guy back and said, "Listen to, my opinion about the topic, not about my voice. You understand? My voice
right,
doesn't have to matter. How you understand? You don't have to like another man's voice. I don't have to say I like this guy's voice because why would I like another man's voice? I'm no homo. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? As long as you understand what I'm saying, and as long as I'm making a point, so that's okay for me. I think.
right,
You
and
understand?
it's good to share some insight and help correct people. Like I'm glad I started my channel, um,
Yeah,
because
very nice.
I remembers when excuse me, back here they were saying that there was a certain fighter that never fought a it was Floyd Mayweather. They say he never fought a guy that was 6 feet and over. And I'm like, man, okay, I'm not gonna go hard on anyone, because I understand it's like a lot of these guys are young, but I do remember it's Floyd Mayweather fighting a 6 foot 1 inch fighter. And I made a video about that, put that out there. I didn't diss no one, say that, oh, all these other channels are dumb. No, I just educated the fans for those who didn't know.
Yeah, you talk a lot of sense. I went through your channel and it was very interesting. You know,
Thank you.
very interesting for real. That's why I said no matter how small or big a channel is, for me, as long as the channel makes sense, yeah, and the guy or the owner talk sense, then that's all right. You understand? For
Right.
me, I just like to be open to everybody, but to some people, I'm not because if I see someone is distancing themselves from me, I distance myself also from them. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
That's how
I've
it
had
is.
that happen with a few channels. You
And
know.
I didn't know that there's a lot of hate on YouTube until I got in. Normally I was just a fan, just a random guy writing, commenting on the videos on YouTube.
Right.
Until I had my own channel, I didn't. And after I started getting a lot of subscribers, then I started realizing that some people just want to hate you because they
Yes,
see
I like.
you crazy.
Other people you making videos on your channel about your channel.
They said, okay, Hop says, how much of a chance do you guys give Joseph Parker against Anthony Joshua? Maybe about 25% chance? What do you think about that?
Uh, I, I I say the same, but I don't think he's going to beat Anthony Joshua.
Me,
I'm
what I
riding
would
with
say,
Joshua.
okay, you can tell, you finish first. Then I say
Yeah,
mine.
I'm riding with Joshua all the way on this fight here.
Are you underestimating Joseph Parker, or just you just favor Anthony Joshua to win the fight?
No, I mean, how can I say this? Because I don't want to sound like all right, I'm getting on the computer here. Let me hold up.
No, forward, forward. Sorry.
Let me turn it down. All right. No, I mean, no, I'm not underestimating him or anything like that. But no, you can see me. I thought
Yeah,
my
I
icon
can.
was up. Oh, is
No
that you?
problem.
Or is that me? Oh, that was me. I thought my icon was up. Well, all right. I am favoring. I am a big fan of Joshua. All right, going into this fight because like I said, I really do want to see him and Deontay Wilder, but I just can't see Parker beating Joshua. That's how. I mean, it's in the gut in my stomach. I just can't see it. So I have to go with my gut on this.
Okay, let's say now, for example. Okay, let's be okay. Let's just say we live in the fantasy world. Like I have to give my own opinion. So you give your opinion. So let me
Mm,
give my own opinion. So I said this fight. I think this fight could go either way. You know why I say it?
uh,
Because if let me tell you what I like. Anthony Joshua is a Nigerian descent like me. You understand? I'm a Nigerian. You understand? So Anthony
oh,
Joshua is
really?
my experience. Yeah, I'm a Nigerian. Yes, Anthony Joshua experience. I'm not from Nigeria. You understand? So it's like we no matter even if you're Nigerian, you're born in the US, you're born in Poland, you're born anywhere, still we call ourselves still Nigerian, understand? We're still the same. So I like the guy and I support the guy, but I feel like a lot of people are underestimating Joseph Parker in this fight. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like 25% is too low. Let me say I might give Joseph Parker 40%. Yeah, 60-40. Because I'm not underestimating Joseph Parker because he's got a point to prove.
Right?
So
Yeah.
the guy said, highlights. What is the Cuban style of boxing? What is different about it? Can you answer that?
I don't know. The only thing I see different about the Cuban style is inside the Olympics. When they're boxing on their back legs. That's the only difference I see. But as the pros, there really is no difference.
Yeah, yeah.
The, the only
Also,
time they do.
but I think they're very technical,
Oh, technically, all right.
skill wise. They are good defensive fighters, and they throw a lot of combinations. Although
Yeah,
Rigon Dowd, I really, got pissed off about what he did during the Lomachenko fight. He just quit like that.
right.
That
Uh,
wasn't really nice. But I don't know what happened to the guy. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Maybe the atmosphere was just too much for him, or the pressure got to him. It could be. But Cuban fighters are very, defensive minded. They fight. They're very good fighters. They throw a lot of
yeah,
combinations. They know how to fight in the inside. They're technically very endowed, technically endowed.
yeah, yeah. But
Inside, you understand, their inside game is very unique. So that's why a lot of people see Cuban fighters as special, fighters because in the Olympics, they're always there. I mean, a lot of even Deontay Water, I guess, might have. I think has he did he during the Olympics did he fight a Cuban fighter? I don't know, but I know he
Yeah, I mean,
fought an Italian guy, Italian police officer that bossed him. I don't know if you know the guy. You know a guy called Clemente Russo.
no,
His name is Clemente Russo, and he was beaten by Andre Ward. But the guy had beat Deontay Water in the Olympics.
okay. Yeah, see,
Yeah,
they're pretty good in the Olympics. I mean, that's about
but
it.
the guy is very is not is I think the guy is a cruiserweight. That's a-
Right.
But the guy is a police officer. I think it just he didn't turn pro. He's just an experienced Olympian. You understand? And
And
so
okay, and he's Cuban, a Cuban guy.
no, Italian guy. I
Okay,
said
all right.
Deontay Water didn't. I don't think Deontay Water fought a Cuban guy during the
No,
Olympics. I
no,
don't know
not that I know of.
because
I
he
mean, if
went
I'm
to Beijing Olympic, yeah,
right,
in 2008. I don't think he fought. You can check it out and see because but Deontay Water um, came late into the sport, I guess, and
yep,
he's not like the Mayweathers who started from from scratch, like 5 years old, 7 years old. They all started training, but Deontay Water
no,
came late, and but he's done. I think he's done well for himself because the guy actually don't really have a promoter. What do you think about Lou DiBella as a promoter? Deontay Water has he done the job that he's supposed to do? Because Deontay Water should be known all over America right now, like Mike
wow,
Tyson.
that's
So he should be the next big star in boxing because he's got 39 KOs or 38 KOs in 39 fight. So
right.
nobody's got to have that recognition in America, but he doesn't. And there's an
Well,
argument right now that who is more popular, if it's Anthony Joshua or Deontay Water.
well, Anthony Joshua is the most popular. I mean, he's very popular over there in the UK, and he's known over here as well with the boxing fans.
Anthony
But
Joshua is not only popular in the UK.
no,
This is
but he's
what
known.
going around.
People
Anthony
know him
Joshua
over here.
is popular in Nigeria as well. The
Real
guy
see,
has been a stadium in Nigeria has been named, after Anthony Joshua. There's a
wow.
stadium right
But
now named after Joshua, Anthony Joshua Stadium in Nigeria.
wow, I never knew that.
In his parents
But I'm gonna tell you,
in his parents' hometown or so, I guess. You understand?
I was gonna say, oh well, here in the states, like the heavyweights hasn't been popular at all. I say for the past, let me see, ever since I say like Lennox Lewis had retired.
One guy said he's wait a minute, sorry. The one guy said he's Chisora talking. The guy is crazy. You can continue, bro.
Who's Chisor? Oh, Chisor, nah.
Is Chisora talking?
See,
Chisora is not here. This is Boxing Block Center with CMD boxing reports.
yeah, I
You know,
see him. Who? What's his name? Ken Osamani.
Ken
Osamani.
Osmani.
Osamani. Yes, I'm
But
American.
yeah, CMD boxing sport is in America, and I'm not in America. I live in Germany.
You? Oh, you're really?
Is that?
What? You're sorry because I live in America? Oh, well, thanks.
It's all right. All right. Maybe I don't know.
No, I know what he's talking about because he thought I was Chris Sawyer. I'm just being sarcastic.
Okay. You can continue, bro. Continue. I'm listening.
Oh well, yeah. So with the heavyweights here in the United States, um, they're not really popular like they were since I say like I said since Lennox Lewis had retired. You know, I mean
Yeah.
back then the heavyweights was popping, but no, we like all the smaller weights and everything is more popping, and plus mostly everybody over here in the states in boxing was outshadowed by Floyd Mayweather. So
Yeah. For
but
Mayweather
now
is
that he's
really took over boxing in America or in the world, I guess. In America, he took over boxing, especially Las Vegas. The guy is the guy is still relevant or still trying to be relevant, like some people say, but I think he's still relevant in a way. He can come back and you know today and
right,
make a lot of money also. There's some
yeah.
rumors going around that he will be fighting um, Conor McGregor, I think, in Octagon. What do you think
Wait, they're
about
going to.
that?
Oh
He wants
man,
to
he's going
fight
to
in
fight again.
UFC. I heard the story. I don't know if it's true or if it's trolling or it's just maybe.
Well,
Uh,
Mayweather says that most of all the rumors and stuff that he puts out, I mean, all the rumors that's out there, he puts them out himself and everything.
oh, for
So
real?
yeah, he's the one who be starting.
That's interesting. Wow, interesting.
Right. Just to keep his name relevant and all, I guess. But to me, I mean, he has nothing else to prove in the sport, you know. But I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
doesn't. I mean, he has nothing to prove anymore because the guy has already broken a lot of records. I don't
Yeah,
know who's gonna break the record. I don't know. Who do
and
you think
and
might
if
break the record in the current heavyweight division or in boxing right now? Do you think
no one
Canelo
right
can break
now,
it?
Canelo now. Nope.
Okay.
But
Hey
I mean,
guys,
it's like
you
in
guys should go
popularity,
subscribe to CMD Boston Report. The guy is, like I said before, is a real deal. Go subscribe to the guy. He knows his boxing
they
very well. If
ask.
you're a real boxing fan, subscribe to the guy.
It says who you have, Joshua versus Wilder. Well, I already put mine in. Like I said, although I liked Wilder, but I'm gonna have to go with Joshua because of his straight punches. Plus he's basically the same height as Wilder, and
Yeah,
plus he has power.
yeah. Ken Usmani, yeah. Skendosh. The guy wrote this Ken Usmani spricht jemand Deutsch here, meaning if there's someone that speaks German, then I say, yeah, I speak
Oh
German.
no,
I speak
no
German.
German. Do you really?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I
How
do.
how is it over there?
Oh, it's all right. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's waving stuff, waving life is everywhere, right? Like they say.
Right.
But I think it's cool. I think it's cool here. I mean, I don't have any problems. Or
Me, I've never been out of the United States.
a lot of
You
Americans
know,
here in Germany, American military, yeah,
really?
all over
Oh
here.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
especially
Military, yeah,
the military
yeah.
are here.
My
Military
son,
guys.
he's in the military. I have a son in the military, and right now he's still over here in the States though.
Oh, okay. Yes, good. That's cool. That's cool. Man, you haven't been out of the states before? Like you go? Have you
No,
been outside the states?
I
Maybe
haven't
you
even
should.
been to Canada.
Maybe you should visit Wakanda then. Wakanda. A lot of people want to visit a place, but it's not. It's
It's
just a
not real.
place.
And some people believe in it's real. There's like it has to be real.
So, was bitte kommt noch? You want to write noch über Joshua? Ja, über Joshua. Der Kampf mit Joseph Parker gegen Joseph Parker. Dieser Monat. In this Monat. Ken Osmane.
Um,
Und
hey,
yeah, yeah, you can talk. I'm listening.
no, I just want to clear one thing up now. Listen, I'm not saying that Joseph Park is a bum, okay, but I just sees Anthony Joshua on a different level.
Someone say Joseph Parker is a bum.
I'm not saying that Joseph Parker is a bum. I think he's a great fighter. but I just see Anthony Joshua on a different level, and that's why I think he could probably beat Deontay Wilder.
Joseph Parker is not a bum. But they say I heard that Joseph Parker has got a lot of got a hot chin. Huh? What do you think about that?
I I I,
They say he's got a
I
solid
don't know.
chin, kiwi chin.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, he's from what I've seen, he's never like kissed the canvas, multiple times.
Do you think he's gonna kiss the canvas against the Joshua? What do you think?
Yes, and if that happens, hey, I'm right. The man is he's on another level.
And
You know,
Ortiz hasn't kissed the canvas also.
nope, because
Let's
Ortiz he
keep.
hasn't faced a puncher,
But Ortiz has had more than 200 plus amateur fights.
right?
And
But
there's
like
no
like
rumor around. There are no rumors around to say, "Oh, Ortiz has kissed the canvas." So it
right,
doesn't. So it means that the underwater, if okay, let's just say, for example, the underwater, you know, unload on Luis Ortiz with all his power punches, right hand, everything, and Luis Ortiz still there, not shaken, still move coming forward. What would the underwater's plan B be then?
he better run because his main plan was to knock him out. So most likely, Plan B will be working off his back leg and counterpunching Luis Ortiz. That's what all I could think because he's going there talking about knocking the dude out in the third round. And like you said, if that don't happen, he's going to have to, get on his bicycle and start moving.
Wow.
But boxing, what you said there, right? I mean, I was trying to use an example with the late Vernon Forrest, the boxer. I don't know if you know about him, Vernon Forrest. Uh,
No, I don't
he,
know.
he, he
I
was
don't know about it.
oh well, yeah, he was excellent, a real good, excellent fighter back in
Uh-huh.
his day. He was later on killed over here in the United States during a robbery, but
Oh,
he did the
all
same
right.
thing to that guy, Ricardo Mayorga. He unloaded everything, and Ricardo Mayorga was still standing there. And
Damn it.
what he did, he got on his bike and started, running, but he still ended up losing the fight against an inexperienced boxer, a boxer who had no amateur background whatsoever. At least Tyson Fury, I mean, Deontay Wilder does have an amateur background. Some, not that many fights, but I think he has like what 20 something fights, 30 something.
20 amateur fights compared to Luis Ortiz that has
Like 200 or so.
350 plus amateur fights. That's a
Right.
lot.
Well, this guy he had none. All right. That's Ricardo Mayorga. I mean, if you want to watch that fight, Vernon Forrest versus Mayorga 1 and 2, you'll see. I mean, he's very similar to Deontay Wilder, the Hispanic boxer. I mean, he was swinging wild,
Hmm.
and he had punches coming from everywhere. And Vernon Forrest, he just couldn't, like, how can I say, timed them, ended up getting caught and got put to sleep in the second round.
Wow.
Yeah, that was sad. And he never ever been on a canvas in his career. Right? And that was
Hmm.
the first time.
Sometimes I just wonder, as in Deontay Water has been on the canvas before.
Yeah,
We
I
all
heard
see
he
that.
has. Now,
I even posted a video when when he got knocked out by, I think it was in the amateurs, by a Russian guy. You
yo,
understand?
that's where I seen that video at. Okay. Yeah. I seen it on your channel. Yeah, I think he was wearing he was wearing red or something like that.
Yeah, pink, so like orange.
Well, yeah, I seen
Pink
it
orange.
on your channel.
It's in every other channel, but I posted it. But my title is different. John to Water knocked out by, I think Russian, something like that. I don't know what I did. That was like few months ago, and I mean, a month after I started each other. A lot of people thought I hate Deontay Water at that time. They say, "Oh, this guy, you're so bad against Deontay Water. You hate Deontay Water." Yeah, I don't hate the guy. The guy just, I think he's charismatic. He's just a guy who's, yeah, a
I'm going to
nice
be frank
guy.
with you. I'm gonna be real. Oh my darn! I got to plug my charger, my phone charger up. I'm gonna be frank with you. When I first seen Deontay Wilder, I was very. I mean, I was like, nah, I don't like this guy. His style is awful. I mean, it's very unpleasing to the eyes to watch.
Yeah, that's true. His
But
style
you know,
is like you like his style is different. But I think he hasn't, been in the ring with a boxer who's gonna punish him.
but he was horrible when I first saw him.
So he's
You
got to
know,
be it's going to be very, very, gamed because Luis Ortiz is not coming to play. Uh, I wonder if we do a live stream commentary during the fight. I wonder, uh, how will you feel then at a time? Just how will you feel watching the fight, talking about it live, and people
I would
live?
love to do that. I mean, that'll be excellent. Quite a few times I had tried to make a video while
Yeah,
watching the fight, and oh man, I end up
yeah. We'll do that tomorrow. Or tomorrow, we'll do that.
yes, I was getting all
I think for
excited,
me,
especially
for
when
me, here it's Sunday morning.
yeah, you said it'd be like 5 a.m.
I think 4 a.m. The fight, the event start by 2 a.m. in the morning on Sunday. Yeah.
Wow.
So for me, it would
And,
be
I'm gonna
Sunday. But
learn how
it's,
to
but
do
it's all
this.
right. But it's all right. We gonna watch it in the night. It's like I will be in the night during the night. I think it's in the morning here. Then you in the night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
It's
right,
still the
but by the
same.
time the fight start,
But I'm
I
gonna.
think
But
it'd be
it means I'll have to sleep a little bit, and then wake up in the middle of the night, and then
well. What time is it over there now?
1:50 a.m.
Wow. Let me see.
Same.
Yeah, it's a well over here in yeah, of course over here in the States, yeah, it's 7 o'clock, 7:50.
Yeah, I know. It's, time zone is different. I
But right
also
now, we're getting hammered over here.
I
Uh,
also
with
go to learn that people in New York and people in Alabama or the East Side or so they have different time zone, I guess. Oh,
oh yeah, over here in the States, yeah, everybody have different,
yeah,
the Midwest, the West Coast, like over in California right now, it's like 4:50 in the afternoon. They're like 3 hours different than because right now I'm on the East Coast. I'm like right down the pike from New York, and I'm right across the bridge from Philadelphia. That's what T Street is from.
oh, D Street.
Yeah, yep, and that's where he's from,
Okay,
Philadelphia. You know,
that's cool.
and everything. I was thinking about, when everything is right, I could just go over there and start interviewing some fighters. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Will you be going to as in where do you? Uh, I thought maybe you might like to go to Deontay Waters fight, or you don't want to go now, or just maybe in the future you can go.
and yeah, maybe in the future I will go. I'm not gonna go to this one. I mean, although the tickets are not selling well, from what I'm hearing, so they're going to drop the prices.
For real? And
Yeah, I
he's
heard.
saying Joshua sells out tickets. He made some
Yeah,
comment regarding Eddie Hearn. I think saying Eddie Hearn is he's just another white man making a brother or something like that. He said it. I don't know. What does that mean? I mean, I'm a Nigerian. I don't understand. I understand that.
uh,
Well, I understand
uh,
what it's trying to refer to, but I don't just get the. the main, point that he's trying to make? Is it
Hold on.
something negative or something positive? That he said Eddie Hearn is another white man making a brother. What does that mean?
Hold on, before this. I can't see the comment.
You can see that.
Who was it?
You can see it. You say?
No, I don't see it. English
Okay,
boxing.
just Ken Osmani
Well,
comment. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
no, I'm trying to make like sense of it because I hear a whole lot of talk like that over here in the States about Eddie Hearn, calling
Oh,
him like a what do you call it, like a slave master or something.
oh.
And
So
I,
Eddie Hearn making into Joshua 15 million guaranteed per fight is now like making a brother or what? I don't understand it. I mean, I don't know if John Water is kind of he sounds bitter anytime he talks. It's like I don't know what's wrong with the guy. Sometimes it just sounds bitter, like he wants attention so bad, like he
you
wants
talking
to be
about
appreciated so bad. I think so. I
you
think
talking about
he,
Wilder?
yeah. He also talk about Mike Tyson that that he would knock out the 1986 version of Mike Tyson, the ferocious version of Mike Tyson, who everybody feared. Man,
Yeah, well, Mike Tyson has something to say about Deontay Wilder. This was last year, and it wasn't so nice, what he had to say about him. And and this was like a lot of people was coming at Deontay Wilder's neck. A lot of Americans. This was not uh, the British or anyone, but this was a lot of Americans that was saying a lot of negative things, like Mike Tyson and other former American boxers.
mm,
Like people took it as Mike Tyson probably felt threatened because our Deontay Wilder, he's an American boxer. He's he got 38 at that time. I think he had 38 fights with 37 KOs. And I guess, Tyson, he didn't have that in his career, so he had to come out and say something bashy about dude. Like, well, at that time, I had already like 4 or 5 big names on my record. He just said something like that, something ill about Mike Tyson. I mean, Deontay Wilder. So Deontay Wilder came back and said something, you know, ill about Mike Tyson and everything. So of course they're beefing. So yes, I mean he said he'll knock out the 1986 Mike Tyson. I mean that's like his rival now.
yeah, I don't. Do you think he can? If he were to fight, he can do that? I don't think so.
No, no. I
Even
mean
though, even
it,
though my Tyson is not that tall for an heavyweight, but the guy, the 1986 version of my Tyson, can knock out a giant. That was
yeah.
so ferocious.
Mike Tyson would have been the dynamite, and uh, Deontay Wilder would have been a tall building being demolished if that fight would have
Ken
happened.
Osmani said, "Is it real? He was a basketball player. Is it? I don't know. Was the water a basketball player? I think a lot of people play basketball in the States. So I think it's just like in Nigeria or in England or so, they play football. Almost everybody play football while
Right.
everybody growing up, or also in other countries. I mean, when I was growing up, I used to play football. I mean football. Like you guys call it soccer, but it's not soccer.
Yeah. We know it's that
It wasn't
soccer, but
soccer.
y'all got the
It's football. You play with your foot.
right.
I had an argument with someone and about this with someone, an American guy, about this topic, and he told me, he said, as we I told him, I said, let's go and play football. Say football? No, where? Let's go.
Mm,
Then I took him to the field and he said, where's the football? I said, football? What you play with your foot? He said, no. I told
mm,
this
mm.
not. So I said, it was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's not funny.
football with us is
The
the
guy
big
is in the
is
military, but I think it's gone back to the States now. I haven't
right.
heard from him for a long time. No,
Yeah,
it was the
yeah,
military
you
at the
do know
time.
what football is over here. Football is with the brown pig ball. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
I never
Why,
understood like,
why did they call? For me, I see that as rugby. You know rugby?
yeah, I seen rugby. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, rugby. So I see it like that. But I don't know why it's called football because football is what you play with your foot.
right.
I don't know. Maybe just America way of you know America way of saying that of just being themselves. I don't know.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna admit to you. I mean,
It's just like a lot of English language because when you say because someone commented on my video yesterday and say, "Oh, I was with my accent," and I tell the guy that was my I'm not an Englishman. I think I misunderstood the guy, but I told him I'm not an Englishman. I'm not from England because when you say an Englishman is someone from England. Yes,
right,
so English is a global language because in America they speak English. America was colonized by the UK, just like my country was colonized by the UK. A lot of countries
right,
colonized by the UK as well. So when you say this person is an Englishman, it means someone you refer to someone from England. You understand? So it's their
right,
language. It's just like I have my language also instead. So I told the guy, listen, I'm not an Englishman. Is that I learned English in school. So you cannot speak my language, instead. So you don't tell a Chinese guy to speak Chinese. You don't tell a German guy or a French guy to speak English. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So
Yeah, I
it's
hear
their
you.
language. They can learn English in school. They like, but their language comes first. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Right.
that.
Yeah, we got the same problem here in the States. I mean, we got people who weren't even born in Spain, but they
Yeah.
call themselves Spanish. I
Those
mean,
people, they call them. I speak Spanish. You understand? So
oh,
I
really?
learned. Yeah, I speak Spanish. I speak Spanish. I learned Spanish in Spain when I was in Barcelona. I was in Barcelona. I
Right,
used to stay in Barcelona because my auntie stayed there, cousins stay there. I have a lot of cousins everywhere, I guess. So I used to stay there, and in Spain they call themselves like the Spain is some in Barcelona is another they speak another different language. They speak Catalan instead.
oh, really?
Catalan, yeah, yeah, yeah. They don't call themselves Spanish. They call themselves Catalans. You understand? They're just Catalan, but they speak Spanish. So, but uh, if I meet a Spanish person, a Spanish from Spain,
Right,
I don't say hablas español. I don't say that. You understand?
right.
I don't say hablas español. I say hello. You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm listening to you.
I say hablas castellano. Hablas castellano. You understand? So
Right, hablas castellano.
Castilla is like the beginning. Is what they call themselves. So the Latinos who call themselves the Latinos, actually they are not really Latinos, but they call themselves Latinos. So they call themselves Spanish. But when they see me, when if they live in Spain, they are just known as immigrants.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Mexicano, Cubana, or Dominicano. They are not known as Latino. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
talking
Oh,
about in Spain,
okay.
talking about in Spain itself,
Yes.
Latino. If they're in America or they are in any other country, they call themselves Latino. But in Spain, I don't know. They always call themselves by their country of origin, like Dominicano, Cubano.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Here in the States, they call them.
Latin language is from Italy. So so hold language. this history. A lot of people confuse history a lot.
So Spanish is from Italy,
Spanish is a Latin language,
right?
so I can say Spanish is. I can say from Italy because I cannot say that, but they're related. They're like um, the language is similar. I remember when I was in Italy when I went there. So I spoke Spanish to an Italian, and he understood me. He spoke
Right,
he spoke Italian, and I understood him.
right.
Italian
Well,
is I understand Italian a little bit of Italian. So Italian
uh,
is a is a mixture of French,
in Spanish,
Spanish,
right?
Portuguese all together. Like
Wow,
you say, you meet someone the money. Like in French, you say bonjour. You understand? Like good
right.
morning. In Italian, they say buongiorno. You understand?
Oh, okay,
In Spanish, you say ¿cómo estás? Meaning how are you? In Italian, you say ¿cómo estai? ¿Cómo estai?
right.
So then in Spanish, you say bien. You say I'm good. In Italian, you say bene. You
Oh,
understand?
okay.
So
Yeah,
Italian is a Latin language, just so as French, so as Portuguese, so as Spanish. So they're all one family. But French is a little bit more distant from Italian, Portuguese, Spanish. But
yeah, yeah. I have a lot of African friends from over, they speak French,
Portuguese easy
and they say French is a difficult language to learn.
because it's just similar language. All you have to know is just how to pronounce it a little bit, then it's okay. I mean, Portuguese from Portugal, not from Brazil. Maybe they have their other slang to do. I mean, I learn Portuguese from Portugal.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so the Portuguese they speak in Brazil might be different because it's mixed with maybe it might be mixed with dialect or so I don't know.
Yeah, it's
So
different, just like here in America.
just
Like
like
our
the Hispanic people like they call themselves Latinos or Latinos, let's say Latinos. The way they speak Spanish is not really the main Spanish.
right.
You know what I'm saying? The Spanish is like a broken Spanish, a broken Spanish. They don't really say everything, every word correctly. They just
Hey, you went in? No.
no slang, just like Latinos when they speak. I can understand. I can understand all of them.
Yeah, yeah. I lost you for a
So
second there.
you said?
I said I lost you for a second. I was like, it stopped. The audio went out.
I think it's my internet. It's my internet.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
yeah. See,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Or it could be mine because like I said, right now we're getting hammered with the snowstorm. I mean,
yeah. It's
it's like a
also
blizzard
snow
out
here
there.
now, right now.
Oh, is
Snow.
it?
Yeah, yeah. It just started this. Started yesterday. I must say.
So did ours. Ours started last night. I mean, as heavy rain,
Very
and
heavy.
by I say like 12 o'clock, it turned to a blizzard of snow. And the electric
Yeah.
was going in and out. I'm like, oh man, but
Can Osmani ask, are you American? Yeah, CDM is American. I'm not American. I'm Nigerian.
yes, I'm
CD.
American. He asked that already.
Hello?
Yes, hello. I hear you. Yes, I
You know,
say,
he said the guy, Ken Osmani said, you know a lot about languages.
yeah, you
Yeah,
do. I know.
I don't know about language because I've traveled a lot. I have family almost everywhere. Family members in the States, born in the States, in the UK, here in Germany, in Spain, in Poland, in Australia, in New
Wow.
Zealand, all over the place. As a Nigerians we travel a lot. I guess maybe that's the
Well,
reason why.
one thing I could say about Africans, like my African friends, they speak a lot of languages. I mean, for me, I couldn't even, pick up Spanish, because the teachers that they had, like they were teachers, they was like straight from either Cuba or Mexico, and it was hard for me to understand what they were saying. Like there's a lot of Americans who couldn't pick up Spanish in school.
Spanish is very easy to speak. Very is one of the most easiest language. For me, it was very easy. You
Really?
understand? For me, it was very easy. It was very easy for me. I don't know the language that is hard to speak. That I see that is very hard to speak or to learn is German.
Wow.
Very hard language, man. I swear to God.
Mm.
You know, a very hard language for real. I also learned some Arabic from Arabic friends.
Yeah, I have a brother that speaks Arabic.
Yeah, yeah. I also learned some Arabic from them, and then I want to learn Chinese.
Wow, really?
My last language is to learn. My last ambition, or let's say the last language I want to learn is Chinese. Chinese. I like the language. Mandarin is really nice.
I would think that'd be a hard language to learn.
Yeah, it'll be a hard long one, but I speak a lot of language already. I have
Yeah,
the just some African language which I speak. Some African language which I speak. In some languages you don't. In the most of, let's say, some of the African languages,
right.
there is no past tense and present tense. There's no adjective. Adjective. There's a no as in the um, in English you can learn it. You can know a lot about the idiomatic expression or so, but it's not like that. It's different. It's just like you learn it just like that. You've got to memorize everything. So I learned the language very easy, I guess.
Wow.
Ken Osmani said, would like to talk to you guys. Yeah, if you like, you can talk. I will can post the link in the comment in the chat room or so in the chat. Then you can click the link, and you can talk. You can
But
join
boxing
us.
block. Like let's like now get back to this fight, but right. So if Wilder does win, because I'm gonna be
Yeah,
frank with you, if Luis Ortiz win, from the way it sounds, Anthony Joshua would not be fighting Luis Ortiz. So Eddie Hearn is already stating that. Okay, I mean Anthony Joshua basically he'll fight anyone, but it's Eddie Hearn, who's like really controlling the show. And I believe that's what that other uh the person who had put that comment up is what they were saying as well. It's like Eddie Hearn, look, he's saying, look, this is my guy here. This is my how can I say money. Okay. Joshua is putting money in Eddie Hearn's pocket. So he's not going to risk, losing his star. All right. But from the looks, Joshua will fight anyone. But if Luis Ortiz win and Anthony Joshua Wood likes to fight Luis Ortiz, Eddie Hearn is not going to make that fight. But
I think Eddie Hearn will make the fight, but it's gonna be very difficult because Luis Ortiz and Eddie Hearn, they were together before. Luis Ortiz was signed to Eddie Hearn before,
right,
so until I don't know, but I don't know what happened. Uh,
um, it was the way
Luis
he was
Ortiz moved
talking.
on.
He was saying that Deontay Wilder shouldn't even be fighting Luis Ortiz. He says, he should have took this fight between Dillian White and instead of fighting a risky fight with Luis Ortiz, a risky fight with low reward. He was
That's
stating.
true. If even
So
even Lou DiBella said it, he said if it was up to him, you know what I'm saying, he would have
right,
said, told Wilder, don't fight this guy. Hello?
I'm listening.
Yeah, Lou DiBella said the same thing. You forgot?
Yeah, I didn't I didn't hear when the Bella said that,
Yeah,
but
DiBella said he it was up to him, he would have told Deontay Water, or he would have made the fight because Luis Ortiz is a dangerous guy. Instead.
hey, even if he win or lose, Deontay Wilder, I'll still give him the credit for taking on such a dangerous opponent with such low reward. Because so many fighters are not doing that today, and we see that a lot of them ain't doing that today.
Yeah. The guy, I will give him props, but I hope he wins because if he doesn't, believe me, there's gonna be a lot of uproar and a lot of people saying that he was a hype job and all that stuff. Me myself, I will talk shit, but I won't call him a hype job. I hope he pulls up a great performance. Not like he get knocked out in 2 rounds. That would be disappointing, to see if
Yeah,
that happens. I hope it doesn't
yeah.
happen like that. Because,
I feel as though that Deontay Wilder, there was a few fights that slipped through his grasp, and you know what those fights are, the ones with Provectic and
yeah.
a few others. So he really feels that he needs something. He needs to prove himself to the boxing fans. And like I said before, the heavyweights really isn't that popular over here in the states. So I guess with him taking on uh, Luis Ortiz, and if he beats him, hey, that'll bring heavyweight boxing back to the states. I guess that's how he sees it.
Okay, now what happens if the fight goes to 12 rounds? What's gonna happen then? I mean, maybe if it becomes a boring fight, maybe a technical fight, maybe due to water, it doesn't wanna go too wide, or
Engage.
doesn't wanna get get countered by Luis Ortiz. What will happen by then?
No, then we're gonna look at something controversial. All right, it could end up a draw because, like I said, and like you were saying, the big fight is really with Anthony Joshua. There's a lot of money on the table,
And he doesn't want to lose about 20 million or 30 million plus in that fight because he's gonna get a lot of money in that fight, Lieutenant Joshua.
right?
I want to
And
see that fight with Joshua because I think it's a fight whereby I mean, the beat up will be very interesting, amazing, and I would like to see it happen.
I think, shoot, if Joshua don't fight Ortiz, who knows? Maybe Tyson Fury could take him on. What happened here? You still there? Yeah. There we go. Yep, I'm still here. Hello, I'm here. I don't know if people can hear me because it says I'm still live, but we just lost the boxing block, and I could see my thing moving. I hope I'm still live. Hold on, let me check something out real quick. If anyone can hear, type in. You can hear me in the chat. J A. Ja. Ha. All right. Ken Osamani. Yeah, I can. All right. Well, yeah. Maybe if Deontay, if Luis Ortiz. All right, cool. I'm so glad you can still hear me. I'm waiting for boxing block to get back in. But I was trying to say if Luis Ortiz win, you know, I don't think that the Joshua fight will take off, but just maybe Tyson Fury could take on Luis Ortiz, or I don't know. I mean, we talked about that earlier because I was talking about since wait a minute. Well, that's if Luis Ortiz wins, all right. But if he doesn't win, and the fight goes on as planned with Deontay Wilder, then maybe uh, Anthony Joshua should face Tyson Fury since Wilder had faced a dangerous fighter in Luis Ortiz. But if Luis Ortiz is to win, we're not going to get that fight with Anthony Joshua and Luis Ortiz right away. So who knows? Just maybe that Luis Ortiz will end up facing Tyson Fury. And in that fight there, I don't know. I mean, I has nothing against Luis Ortiz, but I don't know. I think that Tyson Fury is just a bit too technical for uh, the much smaller, older Luis Ortiz. You know, because we got 8 watching. I think his phone went on. Had went on. What is it? It's on call block. It says he's picking up a phone call. And everything. So right now it's